If you sit for more than 6 hours a day, your body is aging twice as fast. Your metabolism slows, your muscles weaken, and the risk of serious health problems skyrockets. But here's the good news, there's one simple trick that can reverse the damage, and it takes almost no effort at all. Most people think standing up every now and then is enough to counteract the dangers of sitting. Maybe you've heard that just taking a short walk every few hours will do the trick. But here's the shocking truth. Breaking up your sitting time with occasional movement isn't enough. In fact, new research suggests that even regular exercise can't fully undo the damage of prolonged sitting. It's not about how often you move, it's about how your body reacts while you're sitting. Right now, if you're watching this while sitting down, your blood circulation has already slowed, your calorie burn has dropped, and your body has entered what scientists call energy storage mode. This means your body is burning fewer calories than it should, making weight gain almost inevitable. Imagine this. You eat the same foods, do the same workouts, and live the same lifestyle as someone who moves more frequently throughout the day. But because you sit for long periods, your body holds on to fat more easily, your muscles weaken faster, and you feel more sluggish, without realizing why. It's not just about weight gain. Sitting for long hours increases the risk of heart disease, diabetes, and even cognitive decline. A study published in the American Journal of Epidemiology found that people who sit for more than 6 hours a day are significantly more likely to die prematurely compared to those who sit less. And here's the kicker. This is true even if they exercise regularly. So, if standing up every once in a while isn't enough, and even exercise doesn't fully counteract the effects, what's the real solution? The answer lies in what you do while you're sitting. There are tiny, almost invisible actions you can take that trick your body into staying in calorie-burning mode, even when you're completely still. And once you start doing them, your body will burn more calories effortlessly, without you even thinking about it. It all comes down to something called non-exercise activity thermogenesis, or NEAT. NEAT is the energy your body burns from movements that aren't traditional exercise, things like fidgeting, adjusting your posture, or even tapping your foot. And research shows that increasing NEAT throughout the day can burn hundreds of extra calories, without requiring any extra time or effort. A study from the Mayo Clinic found that people who naturally fidget or shift positions frequently burn up to 350 more calories per day than those who sit still. That's the equivalent of a 30-minute run, without actually moving from your chair. So how do you tap into this hidden calorie-burning potential? It's surprisingly simple. Instead of sitting completely still, start incorporating subtle movements into your routine. Shift your weight from side to side every few minutes. Tap your foot lightly on the floor. Roll your shoulders back and forth. Even adjusting your posture regularly forces your body to activate different muscle groups, increasing energy expenditure without noticeable effort. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Certain movements trigger a response in your body that signals it to stay in a higher metabolic state. One of the most effective techniques is something called microcontractions. These are small, controlled muscle engagements that you can do without anyone even noticing. For example, right now, try flexing your abdominal muscles for 5 seconds, then release. Now squeeze your glutes for 5 seconds, then release. Repeat this a few times while sitting, and you've just activated several major muscle groups, increasing blood flow and calorie burn without actually getting up. Most people assume burning calories requires effort, like sweating at the gym or going for a jog. But the truth is, your body is designed to burn calories all the time. The problem is that when you sit still for too long, your metabolism slows down to conserve energy. The key is to interrupt that process with tiny movements that signal your body to stay in calorie-burning mode. And the best part? These micro-movements don't just help with weight management. They improve circulation, reduce stiffness, and even boost focus and concentration. Ever notice how kids seem to be constantly moving even when they're sitting? That's because their bodies are naturally tuned to stay active throughout the day. But as we get older, we tend to sit still for longer periods, slowing down our metabolism in the process. Now that you know why sitting still is so dangerous, and how small movements can counteract the effects, the next step is learning the most effective techniques to maximize calorie burn while sitting. Some of these methods will surprise you, and one of them takes just 30 seconds but can make a dramatic difference in your energy levels and fat-burning potential. One of the most powerful ways to increase calorie burn while sitting is something called active sitting. This isn't just about wiggling your toes or shifting your weight. It's about strategically engaging your muscles in ways that mimic real movement. For example, try this right now. Lift your feet slightly off the ground and hold them there for 10 seconds. You'll feel your core engage instantly. Now, press your knees together and hold for another 10 seconds. You've just activated your inner thighs, lower abs, and hip flexors, all while staying in your seat. Another highly effective technique is isometric contractions. Unlike traditional movements, isometric exercises don't require visible motion. Instead, they involve tensing your muscles and holding them in place. This not only burns calories but also strengthens your muscles over time. A simple way to do this is by pressing your palms together in front of your chest and pushing as hard as you can for 5 to 10 seconds. You'll feel your chest, shoulders, and arms engage instantly. Do this a few times throughout the day, and you've effectively turned sitting into a low-effort strength training session. But what if you want an even easier method? Something you don't have to think about? That's where your posture comes into play. Sitting up straight might seem like basic advice, but here's the science behind it. When you slouch, your muscles disengage and your body becomes more passive. But when you sit with proper posture, shoulders back, core engaged, feet flat on the floor, your muscles are constantly working to maintain that position. This simple change can increase your calorie burn by up to 15% compared to slouching. And here's a little-known trick to make it even more effective. Instead of resting your back against the chair, lean slightly forward so that your core has to work to keep you upright. This small adjustment activates your abdominal muscles, turning passive sitting into an active process. But let's take it a step further. There's a specific breathing technique that not only improves oxygen flow but also increases calorie burn while sitting. It's called diaphragmatic breathing or belly breathing. Most people breathe shallowly using only the upper part of their lungs. But deep, controlled breathing engages your diaphragm and core muscles, forcing your body to work harder. Try this. Inhale deeply through your nose, letting your belly expand, then exhale slowly through your mouth. Do this for 30 seconds a few times a day, and you'll not only burn extra calories but also reduce stress and improve focus. And speaking of stress, did you know that high cortisol levels can actually slow down your metabolism and increase fat storage, especially around your midsection? This is why stress management is crucial for anyone who sits for long hours. One of the easiest ways to lower cortisol while sitting is through a technique called progressive muscle relaxation. This involves tensing and relaxing different muscle groups one at a time, helping your body release built-up tension. Start with your feet. Squeeze them tightly for 5 seconds, then relax. Move up to your calves, thighs, and all the way to your shoulders. By the time you finish, your body will be in a more relaxed state, and your metabolism will be primed for better energy use. Now let's talk about something unexpected: fidgeting. You might have been told to sit still your whole life, but studies show that people who fidget, tapping their fingers, bouncing their legs, or shifting in their seat, burn significantly more calories throughout the day. In fact, researchers at the University of Missouri found that fidgeting alone can increase calorie expenditure by up to 29%. So the next time you catch yourself bouncing your leg or tapping your fingers on the desk, don't stop. It's your body's natural way of staying active while sitting. And if you want to take it even further, consider using a stability ball or an under-desk elliptical. Sitting on a stability ball forces your core muscles to stay engaged to maintain balance, subtly increasing calorie burn. Meanwhile, an under-desk elliptical allows you to engage your legs while working, adding movement without interrupting your tasks. But what if you don't have any equipment? There's still one more technique that can make a huge difference, and it only takes 30 seconds. It's called the sit-to-stand reset. Every 20 to 30 minutes, stand up for just a few seconds, squeeze your glutes, stretch your arms overhead, and sit back down. This brief movement signals your body to stay in calorie-burning mode and prevents the metabolic slowdown that happens with prolonged sitting. By combining these small but effective techniques, you can completely change how your body responds to sitting. Instead of passively storing fat, your muscles stay engaged, your metabolism remains active, and your overall health improves, all without adding a single workout to your routine. But there's one last piece of the puzzle, and it's the most important of all. The way you fuel your body plays a massive role in how many calories you burn while sitting. And if you're not eating the right foods, your metabolism could be slowing down even more than you think. The way you fuel your body plays a massive role in how many calories you burn while sitting. You might be using all the right techniques, micro-movements, isometric contractions, and active sitting, but if your metabolism is running sluggishly due to poor nutrition, you're still at a disadvantage. The key is to focus on foods that naturally boost your metabolism. Certain nutrients force your body to work harder to digest them, increasing calorie burn even while you're at rest. One of the best examples? Protein. Unlike carbs and fats, protein requires more energy to break down and absorb. This process, known as the thermic effect of food, TEF, means that simply eating protein-rich foods forces your body to burn extra calories. In fact, studies show that increasing protein intake can boost your metabolism by 15 to 30%, compared to just 5 to 10% for carbs. So if you're sitting for long hours, one of the simplest ways to keep your body in fat-burning mode is to swap processed snacks for high-protein options. Instead of reaching for chips or sugary treats, try Greek yogurt, nuts, or lean meats. These choices keep your metabolism active and prevent the insulin spikes that lead to fat storage. And speaking of insulin, let's talk about the hidden factor that could be making sitting even worse for your body: blood sugar crashes. When you eat refined carbs like white bread, sugary drinks, or pastries, your blood sugar spikes quickly, giving you a short burst of energy. But what comes next? A sharp crash. And when your blood sugar drops suddenly, your body responds by slowing down your metabolism and storing fat. This is why choosing the right carbs is critical. Instead of processed sugars, go for slow-digesting carbs like whole grains, vegetables, and legumes. These provide steady energy, keeping your body in fat-burning mode without the roller coaster of insulin spikes. Now here's something most people overlook: hydration. It might sound too simple, but drinking enough water is one of the easiest ways to increase calorie burn, especially if you sit for long hours. When you're dehydrated, your body struggles to regulate temperature, transport nutrients, and burn fat efficiently. Studies show that drinking just 500 milliliters, about 17 ounces, of water can temporarily increase metabolism by up to 30%. And the effect is even stronger when the water is cold, as your body has to work harder to warm it up. So if you're sitting all day, make it a habit to sip water regularly. Keep a bottle nearby, and take small drinks every 20 to 30 minutes to keep your metabolism running smoothly. But what about caffeine? Can coffee or tea help burn calories while sitting? The answer is yes, if you use it strategically. Caffeine is a natural thermogenic, meaning it increases heat production in your body, forcing it to burn more energy. Green tea in particular contains a compound called EGCG that enhances fat oxidation, making it even more effective for boosting metabolism. However, the key is to avoid adding sugar or heavy cream, which can cancel out the benefits. Stick to black coffee, green tea, or herbal teas that support digestion and energy levels. Now let's tie everything together. You now have all the tools to burn calories while sitting: micro-movements, isometric exercises, fidgeting, posture adjustments, breathing techniques, and the right nutrition. But there's one last piece of the puzzle: consistency. It's easy to get excited about new techniques and try them for a day or two, but the real benefits come from making them a habit. The reason sitting is so damaging isn't because of one day, it's because of what happens over weeks, months, and years. So instead of overwhelming yourself with a long list of things to do, pick just one or two techniques to start with. Maybe it's setting a reminder to stand up every 30 minutes. Maybe it's swapping out processed snacks for high-protein alternatives. Whatever it is, commit to it. Once it becomes second nature, add another technique, then another. Because here's the truth: small changes add up. The difference between someone who gains weight from sitting and someone who stays lean often comes down to these tiny, seemingly insignificant habits. And now you have the knowledge to make those habits work for you. And if you think sitting is only affecting your body, wait until you see what it's doing to your brain. The impact of prolonged sitting on focus, memory, and mental health is shocking. But the good news is, there's a way to reverse it. Click here to find out.